All right. My apologies, everybody, for getting on the for the late start. Just hopping in here. Appreciate everybody who is tuning in. It's I apologize for the late start. Had to tend to some chicken, but getting that out of the way. Appreciate everybody who's tuning in. Also, post game call-in show afterwards. Um, we're gonna have that. Let me just check some audio levels really quick. There, that should be better. So we'll be able to have that done and out of the way. But just kicking it off here, Ole Miss comes out in the powder suits and Miami in the traditional white. Also, while I got you guys here, no, Chambliss. Yeah. 4th and 4, so punt team on for Ole Miss. Appreciate everybody who's tuning in, but also what I wanted to get, I've got to get downloaded because we're getting ready for a commercial break coming up here soon. Let me see if I got yes. I think we'll go here. But Williams Auto Parts, located in Portland. If I can get everything added up here, but Williams Auto Parts in Portland, Indiana. Inventory of over 3,000 vehicles. Been in business since 1951. And when you call Williams Auto Parts, the main thing you're going to talk to is you're going to talk to an actual person, not a voice recording or some chain place. It's a family-owned business. Portland, Indiana, been around since 1951 and servicing the community. So if you guys need auto parts, give the people at Williams a call. Located down there in Portland, Indiana. And let me grab the phone number. The number to call for Williams is 260-726-8001 is the number to call for Williams Auto Parts in Portland, Indiana, located on Detroit Avenue, South Detroit Avenue in Portland. So there's that. Give those guys some advertising. You can always go down and see Heath and Rocky. So, and then they also have a newer logo that I'll put up in the as we go on. No media timeout yet, but wanted to get that in and out of the way. The quote unquote ad read. Ooh, that's not good for the Rebs there. Not good at all. But I think Richie's going to be joining in the third quarter. He's going to be joining, but shout out to Williams Auto Parts down there in Portland. Check those guys out as well. Also, if you're new here, do us the biggest favor, hit that like and subscribe button. I know there's a I know the semifinal game is going on right now, but I got a bit of a late start. You know, some things happen. It's what happens when you're a one-man band. And Carson Beck misfire had him wide open too. So we're about to see the Rebs coming out. Didn't look particularly good on offense in that first drive, but it kind of seems like that's just a misfire by Carson Beck, to say the least. We'll see what Pete Golding's got dialed up here on Beck. I think the majority of the first half, I think he'll play off. I think I kind of think that's the big strategy that he's going to go with and try to see if try to see if he can make Carson Beck throw it to him. Yep, the Rebs. Wow, they got a lot of Ole Miss people there. And I what is it in Glendale? I think that's where the stadium's at. I know some people that are out there that traveled from Oxford. And Carson Beck has added this the last couple of weeks. You seen him do it in the Ohio State game. I think Mario goes for it here. Mario and Shannon Dawson going to go for it. I think it's going to be, 4th and a yard? Yeah, it's going to be 4th and a yard. I think he's going to go. But the thing of it is that if you go here, you better get it, because if you don't get it, it's giving them a possession. What were they? 1 of 1? 1 of 1 against Ohio State. Comes out in shotgun pistol. 2 tight ends. I wouldn't be shocked if they don't. Yeah, that's the tough part. Man. So Mario Riverboat gambles it and gets it going. Ole Miss only, they have a 4-man front. So there's that. Also, they have somebody with the helmet condom on. Those, I hate to break it to people, but the helmet condom doesn't. Somebody's down. Hopefully that kid's okay. Ole Miss band in attendance. There's a lot of red. It's a red game for the Rebels. So there is that. What do we got here? Wow, in the Ultra 4K, it doesn't. We don't show advertising. But anyway, sponsor Williams Auto Parts. Been around since 1951. Down there in Portland, Indiana. So if you want to get a hold of them, their phone number is 260-726-8081. Williams Auto Parts. They specialize in used auto parts, not your new stuff, but your older stuff. If you're looking for like an alternator or maybe a transmission off of a used vehicle, those are your guys you go to. Contact Rocky and Heath there. Their phone number is 260-726-8001 if you're looking for used auto parts. So there is that. Also, we have a media timeout going on in the game right now, which is bizarre. ESPN must be freaking out right now because they can't get ads to run. They can't get ads to run on the 4K feed that I'm watching. It's just a still picture of the stadium in Glendale, unless I'm missing something there. But there's that. And also, Williams is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 as well. And then we got that. And then also it's Williams Auto Parts, all lowercase, at gmail.com if you have any inquiries as well. Ooh, they got the ads running. Yeah, because Dr. Pepper wants their pound of flesh. But we'll see. Yeah, there is a ton of red there. Although I was shocked. What is that? One or two ad breaks already? I knew they were going to stretch this game out. But also got the command center up. Ooh, that could have been a hold, but wow, that's a good looking uniform that Ole Miss has on. The powder. Who doesn't love the powder? The play breakdown, Miami 20 rushing yards, only 8 passing yards, 2 first downs, 7 total plays. Ole Miss has had a series so far. But I figured on offense with Shannon Dawson and Pete Golding, it was going to be a lot of cat and mouse, a lot of adjusting going on. Because, see, that's one thing that Miami does really well is that they like to use a lot of tight ends. Shannon Dawson likes to put extra gaps out there. So I think that's a wrinkle that they use on offense. The Fiesta Bowl, also, they got the Pat McAfee broadcast going on. And then we're going to have the post-game show, win or lose. That's still going to go on. But see what Ole Miss's defense can do here. If they can bow up and keep them out of the end zone, a field goal is ideal. That allows you for the bend but don't break. I will say that Miami sideline just looks packed. There's more people on that sideline than usual. Trying to look at some stuff. See what we got. Miami pretty balanced right now. They're 5 runs, 4 passes. But I think that they are probably looking at the success that Georgia had last week on running the football, but I don't know. Miami does not have a Nick Frazier. I think that's the difference. And then also at halftime we got we do take a break at halftime. Ole Miss with a 4-man front. Just missed them there. I will say, what do we got here? What is it? 3rd down. What's it going to be? 3rd and 3 coming up for Miami. Pete Golding calling it. The Rebel Band is out there as well. I think they're going to hand it off. That's what I really think. What are we doing? See, they brought up the fact that Malachi Toney was a quarterback in high school. So now they're going to add the wrinkle of just count the box. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in the box. You add a guy late with the tight end, but you're blocking 5 on 6 and you're in the guy split the guard and center. So you had a guy unblocked. You pay Carson Beck a lot of money to throw the football. So why is he not the one throwing the football? But what do I know? I'm just a mere podcaster. So there is that. Miami's on the board. Their second possession, they go down, get a field goal. I think that is a win for Ole Miss's offense. Or, well, not Ole Miss's offense. I misspoke there. Ole Miss's defense. That is a win for them. I feel like it's a win for them just for the simple fact of if Ole Miss can score touchdowns and hold Miami to field goals, it is a double-edged sword. But also, looking at it, commercial time. Go see our friends at Williams Auto Parts in Portland, Indiana. They specialized in used parts, like wheels and tires. Go see Rocky and Heath. out there in Portland. Aftermarket radios. If you need an owner's manual, I'm sure they got it. They pretty much got everything under the sun. And if not, Heath probably be able to find it for you. So appreciate Rocky and Heath, and go see them on Detroit Avenue in Portland, Indiana. And their phone number is 260-726-8001. Go see them in Portland. So a little advertising out of the way. So, I mean, if Dr. Pepper can cash in, why not? I mean, the crazy thing about these bowl games is I get it. They have tons of corporate sponsors, but it's just, if you look around, they kind of make it to where I'm not saying they price the average fan out, but the college football playoff puts a lot of stress on a fan base, because you got to remember, if you're Ole Miss, you had a home game, and then you had to go down to New Orleans, and they played, let's just say you live in Oxford. If you live in Oxford, you went to New Orleans, which is 5 to 6 hours away. You get back on Sunday. You probably had to leave to not roll the dice. You can't fly day of. In my opinion, you really can't, because if your flight gets canceled, you're hosed. And at that juncture, you probably had to leave. What is today? Thursday? I think a lot of people left on Tuesday. You spend the night in Arizona. You play Thursday, fly home Friday, most likely. And then if you win, you're going to Miami the next week. So you've been to New Orleans, Glendale, Arizona, and then Miami. But that drive for Miami, 13 plays, 44 yards, 7 minutes and 21 seconds. Miami took some time off the clock there. That's one thing that I think Miami is really going to try to do, is grind Ole Miss in the possession battle. But I think Ole Miss, if they can take advantage of using Chambliss's legs, are they really going to media timeout us again? Wow. I knew there was going to be a tons of I knew this game was going to run late, but we're not even out of the first quarter yet. Sorry about that, everybody. But I knew they were going to media timeout us, but I didn't think it was going to be this drastic. Desmond Williams Jr. just announced he is going to return to Washington. Whatever. That is the immediate eligibility. That is the transfer portal era that we are living in. So there is that. I can't believe they had another media timeout already. It's like, come on, guys. Like, we're never going to get this thing done if we just keep hitting the media timeouts. So there is that. Also, did that. I guess the transfer portal saga has been fascinating. I've tried my best to keep up, but it is just all over. It's like every 5 minutes, it's this kid's in the portal going here, that kid's in the portal going there. No, I'm staying, or I'm announcing I'm re-upping. It's just unbelievable. Realistically, at this point, to ensure what your roster is going to look like. I mean, it's better now that you're going to be able to see exactly what you're dealing with coming into the spring. But then again, also, you could have people opt out and say, well, I'm just going to shut it down and not play. So you have those aspects of it. But I think going into this, I think the big thing is ESPN on their 4K feed is having issues at the moment. They're not being able to show ads, and I'm sure their advertising partners. Oh, we come back, and what do? Bang! There's Lane Kiffin. Couldn't get through the broadcast without mentioning him. Chambliss has one completion for 4 yards, and that's to Wallace. Keywan Lacey, one rush for 2 yards. So not a stellar start, but I think there's more to be said there. All right. So Ole Miss starts with it. So okay. I'm just telling you, Keywan Lacey, that dude just takes hits and keeps on trucking. So we'll see what the Rebels can do. John David Baker, they're giving him some pub or airtime. Design quarterback run for Trinidad. Nothing really doing there. They're showing all the new coaches that are coming in. Frank Wilson was the interim coach at LSU. Mario's pissed about something on the sideline. They had a free blitzer, incomplete. Oh, not good. Ole Miss looking rough on offense to begin here. And here comes the punt team for Miami. Yeah. Trinidad gets a hit, punt out of bounds. Pretty decent job of flipping the field, I would say. Oh, come on. Another media timeout. This game is not going to get over until midnight if they keep with the media timeouts. These TV timeouts are killing me. So I'm sure the fine folks at Pit Boss are loving that. They got the pylon camera on. Pylon camera on right now. Just love that BetMGM sign in the background that they're showing. That is, don't bet, but we're going to advertise for them. That's just the most bizarre thing in the world, that they allow the gambling companies to advertise, but it's no betting. Betting is prohibited, which I get it, the integrity of the game and all that stuff like that. So we'll see where this whole thing shakes out. That's 2 punts in a row for Ole Miss. They got to get something going. Trinidad Chambliss got to get in some type of offensive rhythm. Miami does what Miami does on defense. They got the 2 pass rushers. So that was going to be the big thing with this, that they had to get it eliminated. Now they're showing an alternative feed of Up in the Stands. It's now live. I think they're having issues projecting their advertisements, but it doesn't look like there's an empty seat in the house. Miami and Ole Miss. Ole Miss is on from this view, from the video board, the camera tower that goes up and down the sideline. That's one of the main reasons why I don't like to sit on the home team's sideline or sit behind the home team's bench in college football, because a lot of times the camera deck is there. But it doesn't look like Glendale's got a bad seat in the house, honestly. Verbo's got to get in there. They got to get their stuff in. But yeah, it looks like a pretty even 50-50 split as far as crowd-wise. Ole Miss had the advantage in the Superdome. I thought that Ole Miss had more fans. Some of the guys that were there, like Chase and Neal, said on their post-game show that it was a pro Ole Miss crowd. So there's that. Another big one. Miami they're going to churn the clock. I know that's what Mario's going to do. It's going to be ground and pound, try to eliminate possessions, and Twist just didn't get there. But Miami is physical at the point of attack. That is a fact, Jack. I would say so far Shannon Dawson has called a pretty good game, pretty balanced. Miami only 57 yards on the ground, picked up another another first down. So Ole Miss has just got to get it going on offense. That's the big thing. And then also tomorrow night we got Indiana taking on Oregon, which Twitter's going to be an absolute bloodbath after that one. Targeting. Did he? Yep, he threw the flag. I knew that was coming. That's not good. So they're going to go review it. Malachi Toney comes off. Looks like he's going into the tent. I would say hopefully this kid's not a senior. That was a bang play. They're going to show the replay here. I'll give my opinion, whether it is or it isn't, but that's not a good angle. Here's the second camera angle. I think he was going to make a play on the ball, in my opinion, but they don't see it that way. I don't think he leads with the crown of the helmet per se. I think he hit him more with the side of his helmet because he was going to play the ball. So who was that got that? That's just a high-speed play. We'll see what they call, but when you look at it in real time, I think the kid I would say that they're probably going to uphold the targeting here. If I was a gambling man. As we're looking at it, I don't think did they render a decision yet? I might have missed it. Yeah, I missed it. 1st and 10, Miami coming out and coming back with it. All right. 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and we've already had 4 media timeouts. Appreciate you, Scott. No targeting. Appreciate you, because I have no sound. Flag got dropped in where the offensive line was at. I don't know. I figured it was going to be a hold at the point of contact right there. So there is that. We're getting there. Where does he grab him? Yeah, he grabs him around the shoulder pads. The defender was trying to disengage, and he's got him hooked in the shoulder pad right there, turning. It's a pretty big indicator right directly in front of the umpire. You hooked him. Just admit you hooked him. It's fine. They're going into Miami had no penalties against Ohio State, which that was a bizarre officiated game because they didn't throw a flag on anything in Ohio State, Miami. If anybody remembers watching that, they didn't throw hardly any flags. Going over the Malachi Toney resume, ACC Rookie of the Year, first team All ACC. I mean, kid's a player. That is true. Kid is a player. Something that Ole Miss has to defend against. The Ole Miss defense getting tested heavily early. That is a backwards pass. Yeah, I figured as much on that because when that side judge put that arm out there, it's like, ooh, buddy, you better go grab that. Because if you're watching the 4K feed, the bench that's right below you is Ole Miss's. Yep, they were coming after it. So Miami faced with a 3rd and long now. I think this is their first 3rd and long of the game. Appreciate all 118 of you watching across both platforms. What do we got here? I think it should be a false start. So that changes it, back them up 5 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and 14 now. See what Miami likes here. What's the answer? 70 flinched. Doesn't help when Bell there. It doesn't help when the defenders just point at you like he moved. Miami's offense this year, they just ran a stat. Miami's offense, 22 false starts, 5th most in the FBS. That is a lot. So yeah, faced at midfield, so they're going to be able to. Miami's going to be able to flip the field on them. Okay. I would not be shocked if we don't see a fake punt in this game by Miami. He deked him. Now that's how it's done. Faked him out. And we're getting 4 media timeouts in the first quarter. Wow. So there is that. Also, let me get there. Let me get this up and going. Use the new logo this time. Got it. Bang. Go see our friends at Williams Auto Parts in Portland, Indiana. No media timeout. So go see our guys at Williams Auto Parts in Portland, Indiana. Go see Heath and Rocky for your any used auto parts needs, that is tremendous to them. And the best way to support me is support somebody that is willing to sponsor the show. Their phone number is 260-726-8001. Let me just double check. Yep. 260-726-8001 is their phone number. If you need an alternator or a window or pretty much anything that comes on a car, if they can get it off and it's salvageable, they can sell it to you. So yeah, they're down there in Portland, about 50 miles south of Fort Wayne from where I'm at. So there's that. Appreciate Heath and Rocky and all those guys. Do a really good job down there. Open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. What do we got here? Into the first quarter. So Ole Miss in the first quarter has ran 7 plays. That's kind of alarming. It really is alarming at that rate. They are minus 1 yard in total offense. Minus 1 yard in total offense. So there is that. Just looking at some other stuff here. We got full on 2 minutes and 30 seconds of media timeout. That is just fascinating. Fascinating that we've had that much media timeouts. I get it. It's a big game and they got to get their advertising in. Got to get the advertising in. I get it. So I guess if anybody, does anybody have any score predictions on Miami Ole Miss at the moment? Anybody got any score predictions? And I haven't actually tweeted out my link yet on Twitter. So yeah, I'm just shellacking here. All right, there's that. Copy that. Go over here and do this. Give me 1 second there. Throw that here. You know, when you're a one-man band and you don't have somebody that runs your social media for you. But we're not there yet. We're getting there. But we'll eventually get there. So, all right. We got 50 seconds left before the game is going to resume. Appreciate everybody who has jumped in and tuning in live. Also, if you're new here, post-game show is going to be about 15 minutes after the final whistle. We'll have the post-game show, and the phone lines will be open as well. So if you guys want to call in, you'll be able to call in. Oh, man. See what Ole Miss can do on offense here. See if they can get something going. See what the Rebs can do here. At the rate this game is going, Ole Miss 14, Miami 10 looks like a slow game. That's what my boy Scott says. You never know, Scott. 1 quarter to the next. 3 points. Miami is not above trying to drag you out into the deep water. Ole Miss likes to score fast. And bang! There goes Kewan Lacey. You're running out of gas, son. Get there, get there, get there. Don't stop, don't stop. Rebs on the board. Ole Miss out the gate, 88. Kewan Lacey putting the BTA There we go. There we go, Scott. There's your points. That's what you wanted. The Rebels band is going crazy. Keywan Lacey, that's why, coveted player. No penalty flags on the play. 2 plays, 80 yards, 34 seconds. Unbelievable. What a run. What a run by that kid. No wonder Lane Kiffin wants him. I mean, Keywan Lacey, that is a Sunday football player, people. That kid's going to be making a lot of money on Sunday. Be great if he'd end up being a Pittsburgh Steeler. Would be awesome. Appreciate that. Out the gate, 88, bang, bang. Safety misses the tackle, nobody home. Yes, Rebels on the board in big fashion. 5 out the gate, 88. He was looking at himself, I think, on the Jumbotron. Keywan Lacey with the U down and come to the sip. Trinidad Chambliss. So just with that play alone, it just balances out the yardage. Mario Cristobal says good. I mean, he's good. Keywan Lacey, that is a man right there. You will be seeing that guy on Sunday. There's a lot of Sunday players in this game. That's typically what happens whenever it gets down to the nitty gritty. You see a ton of guys on Sunday, unless you're that 2010 Auburn team that didn't have any on offense. Oh yeah, Ole Miss is flying around. I think when you get a play like that, it reinvigorates the offense, or not the offense, the defense. It is woke up the Rebels fans out there in Glendale. I am interested to see how this is going to shake out. I believe that might be Jackson Dart on the sidelines. I'm not 100% sure. They haven't showed him yet, but Trinidad Chambliss dabbing up all the guys. Out the gate, 88 goes Keywan Lacey. What a run by that kid. Now let's see what the Rebs can do on defense here. Can they formulate some type of pass rush? They got to defend. That's the big thing. That is a big thing that they've got to do. What is this? Yikes. Wow. Scott out there just trolling Texas's fan base. All right, that's something they got to contend with. If Ole Miss can hang on to Nick Frazier, the Georgia running back, this is something that they got to do. That was the big thing at the beginning of the season. That was the most impressive, I thought, with Miami, was their offensive line, because of how they can move people, especially with the tight ends as well. I think that, that's going to be, I think, a focal point of this game. If Ole Miss's defense can bend but don't break, that is going to be the key to this. If they can keep Miami out of the end zone, that's the big thing. Oh, yep, they're going to get him on the PI on that one. So there is that. If he wasn't behind the line of scrimmage, it wouldn't be PI, but that's where we're at, I guess. Funny meme here I was sent by one of our listeners. It says, breaking news, Texas mascot Bevo plans to enter the transfer portal. Per Pete Thamel, price of beef has gone up. My NIL has not. Yikes. They are just... That's the thing. The Texas people sometimes get in their feels way, way too much. And... all right, let's see what you can do here, Rebs. It's ticking down. I can tell you this much. There, the DBs and receivers are going at it like cats and dogs out there on the edge. Although this jersey mashup I think is really, really good. Ole Miss wearing the powder. In Miami in the all white with the stripes, the orange and green stripes. Carson Beck would probably like to have that throwback. I would say on the change of possession, we are going to get a TV timeout. Wow, Carson Beck, that's 2 throws in a row that he's been off target. Pete Golding not digging that. Pete with his vanilla envelope calling the defense tonight. Just got to react. I think the big thing for Ole Miss is keeping Miami in front. I know some people would probably disagree with that, but letting Miami get behind you is where they get dangerous. Okay, clean play. Carson Beck just huck it, chuck it, football down the field. Ole Miss is kind of starting to get a pass rush, but it's not 100% there yet. Malachi Toney runs a kind of a bit of a sluggo route. Had him in man coverage there. He looks like he's running an out. He runs an out and up, and Carson Beck throws it 5 yards out of bounds. So there's that. Carson Beck will throw it to you now. You just got to bank on it. And not that I am the offensive guru, but I just do not find it appealing at all to run the quarterback. That is over the middle. That guy got stuck on that one. So Miami getting a little momentum here. They are gaining momentum. It's not like it's a trip to the natty on the line for this one. Carson Beck puts it right over the umpire's head. He has to duck, or else he would have probably wore that one between the eyes. Lofton comes out. He either got the wind knocked out or something. He got thumped on that play. That was a hard football play there. Oh, no. Are they going to award them the timeout before? Did Mario have the timeout before he snapped it? Is the big thing. Because that's an 8-yard difference if they're going to award him the timeout. All right. We're going media timeout here. The guys are on the field. Yep. What do we got? 2 minutes and 7 seconds is what they're showing. So there's that. Also, we'll hit another sponsor here. For used auto parts, your needs. If you need anything like a bumper or an alternator or transmission, engine, go to Williams Auto Parts down there in Portland, about 50 miles south of Fort Wayne. They're located on 1127 South Detroit Avenue in Portland. Their phone number is 260-726-8001. Open Monday to Friday. Go check out the fine folks down there at Williams. If they have something that you need, go talk to Rocky and Heath Williams down there at Williams Auto Parts. Been open since 1951. So I think they know what they're doing when it comes to the used auto parts. So if you have something that you can't get at O'Reilly, or you don't want something that's brand new, but you were a DIY guy and wants to fix your own stuff, fix your own vehicles, that is the place for you. And the big thing is they're not like everybody else, because they actually go out and get the parts for you. So there is that. If it comes on the vehicle and they got it in inventory, I'm sure he ships all over the United States as well. So if there's a will, there's a way. But go check out the fine folks at Williams Auto Parts. And when you call Williams Auto Parts, you actually talk to a person, not a automated system. That is the big selling point. I actually, when I call somewhere, I like to physically talk to somebody that I'm going to do business with. So there is that. Kewan Lacey on the bike. Don't know if that's of any concern or not, but wow, they awarded Mario that timeout. Ooh boy, if I'm Pete Golding, I am pissed. I am not liking that, because that was an 8-yard loss. So Ole Miss is just, their focus is keeping them out of the end zone now. I think on the Miami end of it, the big thing Miami's got to do is no offensive penalties that's going to kill your drive. Because you can't double up. You can't double them up in yards and be down by 1 and kick a field goal here if you're Miami. You've ran 27 plays to Ole Miss's 8. But Ole Miss did have that 73-yard run by Kewan Lacey. So there's that. Wow, that was clean. He didn't even look for the ball. Hits him in the back. No PI on that. Interesting. I thought for a second we were going to definitely get a PI call because he didn't even look for the ball. He did stick his hand up, hit him right in the shoulder pad. Doink. It was a beautiful ball. Kid was in good position there, so there's that. I think that this game is probably going to get ugly. I think if you're Mario and you don't pick this up, I would not be looking for, you got to tackle him, You got to tackle him. You got to tackle Malachi Toney. That's what you got to do. You can't. The arm tackles are not going to suffice. Guy had him wrapped around the ankle. He gets out of it. Just a missed tackle. That's no good, Captain. Because that was going to be the end of the drive. So here we go, Miami out and 2 tight ends again. And their offensive line can push that pile. This is where Ole Miss has got to bow up here. They did have the big explosive on offense, but Ole Miss has got to stiffen up in the red zone. Lofton getting carted off. That's not good for Miami. I will say that. So here we are. Okay. Rebels are in business. Another third down. Miami on third down, they are 3 of 6. Here comes Malachi Toney back in there. Mark Fletcher, 9 carries for 45 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry. Not ideal for the Rebels defense. Keep an eye on 10 here in the red zone. So they're going to probably All right. Give it to Fletcher again. This is where Harris has got to be big. Harris has got to be big here. And also, nobody wants to talk about the clash of fan bases. You have Miami fans. Fletcher runs out. Okay. Ooh, I like tight end pop pass here. Tight end pop pass. Nope. Oh, and he falls down. Just goes down. So second and goal. Probably need some longer spikes, my guy. Have to change those spikes. You're going to need the longer ones. Mario not thrilled with him falling down, but there's nothing you can really do about that except change the cleats. And he's in. Yep. Miami in the end zone, awaiting the extra point. So, unless there's something Nah, he's in the end zone. That's a hell of a second effort. He has to dive on his tight end to get there, but he's in. He wasn't down, so 15 plays, 7 minutes. That's going to be the story. That's the story so far. Miami, 19 minutes in time of possession. Ole Miss 3. Ole Miss's defense is getting worn out. It's going to have to be a hell of an effort by the Ole Miss defense in this one. Media timeout going now. USC. Okay. Now what do we have? Even though that news broke earlier, Arvell Reese declaring for the NFL draft. Not shocked by that, really. What else do we got going on in the just looking to see what we got here. Nothing really exciting going on other than the kid from Washington has declared he's going back to Washington. So there's kind of that. Arvell Reese declaring for the NFL draft. Excuse me. So yeah, this is going to be a late night. This is going to be a super late night, depending on call volume. I'm sure the Miami equipment staff loves all the paint on the field as well. So there's that. Trying to think if there's any other pressing issues. Got the Masters coming up and TGL, the Players Championship. ESPN is already building that groundwork, but yeah, that's kind of what it is. 19 minutes on the time of possession. Miami's offensive numbers aren't going to wow you, but technically for game control purposes, the Hurricanes dominating it. Good shot there of Pete Golding holding up the Sugar Bowl trophy. So Ole Miss in the powder helmets. They were red for this game. Kewan Lacey getting some pub. Looks like he is working out that hamstring. So there's that. 24 rushing touchdowns on the season for Kewan Lacey. That's a hell of a year. I'll say that much. Ole Miss awaiting the kickoff. So the feeds that I have seen so far in this game, they have not shown Michael Irvin one time. Maybe in the beginning, but they haven't done their Irvin watch yet. But all the cameras and stuff will probably be around. But I was thinking it's bizarre. It's bizarre because Michael Irvin, I believe, is either he might be a Fox employee, maybe. So very interesting giving a Fox employee all kinds of pub there, but there is that. 7 minutes left. What do you like here, Ole Miss? Charlie Wise Jr. It's been kind of lackluster, to say offensively. No Kewan Lacey in the game, but slung out of bounds there. Did he step out of bounds? Here comes the replay. I believe he stayed in, so Mario seems not to be concerned about it, so I am concerned no Kewan Lacey coming. But here's my thing. I really think that they have to rely on Trinidad Chambliss to win them this game. That's the big thing here. Chambliss is going to have to make plays and get it downfield to Wallace and them. And that's a misfire. Third down coming up. So there is flag in the backfield. 2 flags. What is it? Ooh, personal foul, roughing the passer. That's a all right. We're about to see it. Yeah, I can't hit him up around the head or neck. Can't do that. Yep. Both flags came out on that. Miami penalized 4 for 34 on penalty yards. Ole Miss has 2 penalties for 4 yards. I think that's where. See, that's going to be the equalizer right there. Trey Wallace, the Wallace kid, I believe he's going to be an NFL player. Working out of the slot there, just gets behind him. Trinidad delivers. So that's kind of where we're at. Richie's going to be on for the third quarter, and I think with some of the things that Charlie Weiss is going to do on offense now, I think he's going to force Miami to tackle, like with those quick screens. I am concerned Kewan Lacey not in the game, and I think that's going to be a big part of it. It'll depend on if Kewan is going to come back or not. So that's where we're heading. Send it a text here. Oh, Trinidad, where are you going, bub? 3rd and 7's got to get rid of it. See, that's the thing with having all those people on the sideline. Uh-oh. Is Trinidad all right? What happened at the end of that play? He goes to the bench, yep, and shoves him out of bounds. I think they were looking for a roughing there. All right. Here comes the Sugar Bowl hero on to knot it up. Right down the middle. So Ole Miss ties it up going into halftime. Or not halftime, but there's about 4 minutes left. And we get another media timeout. Wah, wah, wah. Use this, get this up and going. Let me look here. Oh, we'll get that one up and going. All right. Get that out there. Appreciate all 145 of you watching. 145 people on Twitter is outstanding. So appreciate all of you guys watching. Also, if you want to do us the biggest favor, hit that like and subscribe button. That helps us a ton. Also, for your used auto parts needs, go see the guys Rocky and Heath down there at Williams Auto Parts, 4th generation business, located down there in Portland, 50 miles south of Fort Wayne. Pretty much if it comes on a car and they can take it off, they'll sell it to you. About one of the been there since 1951. So them guys know what they're doing down there. Appreciate them allowing me to do some advertising for them. And if you do call and they ask how'd you hear about them, tell them the Duke sent you. So there is that. Also, their phone number is 260-726-8001. 8001 is their phone number. So if you need anything from them, go ahead and give them a call and tell them I sent you there. So there is that. Also, if you're new to the podcast and you enjoy the content, do us the biggest favor and hit that like and subscribe button. That helps us a ton as well. So there is that. What else do we got going here? Okay, some news. The Ole Miss player was not ejected after the review. Just looking at some other stuff. Okay. Oh, got to get the Aaron Rodgers plug in there. 3rd most passing touchdowns in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers. Wow. Did not know that. So that's what we have going. Richie's going to join in the 3rd quarter. We're also going to take a break at halftime. I think this time of possession is just mind-boggling. Ole Miss, 5 minutes, 33 seconds. Miami, 1949 on time of possession. So the only thing is with Miami's offense is that they're doing it ground and pound. But the problem is if they fall behind by 2 scores, it could be problematic. But we'll see. We'll see where this whole thing shakes out. But the time of possession just staggering. See if the Ole Miss defense can see what they can come up with. Now that's what they need to do If you can get 1 to minimal gains on first down, that could that will help them. That'll help Ole Miss in the back end, and you got to make Carson Beck go out and win it. Carson Beck tonight, ESPN is showing 10 completions to 8 different receivers. So yeah, they are spreading the ball around in a heavy diet of Mark Fletcher. So there's that. Hey, that's shoestring tackle in the open field. Ole Miss is going to need all the help that they can get here. So there's that. Just can't believe that. And then good shot of the Rebel fans there. And, you know, for some of these guys, this could be their end of their college career as well, just wide open. A lot of John going back and forth between the wideouts and DBs from Ole Miss. He was wide open too. So Ole Miss gives up another first down. That's the thing the Rebels can't afford to do is get these guys in 3rd and long. Ooh, buddy. Man, the booth didn't go down and call it. So Ole Miss gets them stacked up there. So the yardage battle, Miami 178 yards total offense, Ole Miss 108, 4 first downs to Miami's 12. They are 5 of 8 on 3rd down. Ole Miss 0 of 3 on 3rd down. Just clicking over 21 minutes of time of possession. The Ole Miss defense has, oh no. Bang, hits a big play. Miami on the board. Carson Beck, home run ball. He was wide open. Which I think, you know, if you're an Ole Miss fan, you can't panic. You were down 12 to Georgia at halftime of the Sugar Bowl. Ah, here we go. Love it. Bots coming in. Yeah, that's how you get blocked, my friend. And we will see you. We'll see you. Oh, there's Michael Irvin Cam. That is definitely Michael Irvin Can. Just doing that. Oh, appreciate Doreen for reposting the stream. Really do appreciate that, Doreen. The Menace mom always likes to help out when she can. Sorry about this, everybody. I'm sending somebody a message. Even though we had a kickoff there, so. But at halftime, we do take a break. Ole Miss has got to answer. You got 2 minutes and 18 seconds and 3 timeouts. So you're going to get 1 playoff before another media timeout. There is that. So that was 5 plays, 75 yards, 52-yard passing touchdown, Carson Beck. So there is that. Just showing some stuff here. Yeah, appreciate Doreen for always reposting it. So Ole Miss is probably going to be able to run one or two plays, maybe. He falls down, so that's done. So Ole Miss's drives have been -7 yards, punt, touchdown, field goal. That's the 2-minute warning. Or 2-minute timeout. So we're getting there. Still no Kewan Lacey back in the game. I don't have audio going, but I guess I could turn on the closed captions, but I haven't seen Dillinger or anybody report anything just quite yet. I can check one source. Let me see here. Why would it kick me out of that? That's what I'm looking for. Staff. That's not what I was looking for. Yeah, so there's quite a few things going on at the moment. Just trying to get this figured out. Yep, the Rebel fans are going as I would suspect, sounding like Kewan Lacey has a hamstring issue. I guess we'll see. They'll probably, if he don't come back in, it's going to be an interesting night to say the least for Ole Miss moving the football. So there's that, and also one more time, Williams Auto Parts down there in Portland. If you want to give those guys a call, if you're looking for an alternator, a tire, or a wheel for your truck or something like that, that you don't have the newest vehicle in the world, but they do have new stuff too at times, but it's just depends upon the inventory and things like that. But go see our guys Rocky and Heath down there at Williams Auto Parts, down there 50 miles south in Portland, over there on South Detroit Avenue. Their phone number is 260-726-8001 if you're looking for some used auto parts. If you're a DIY mechanic and just doing it yourself, it's a perfect place for you. And they go out and get the parts for you, which is a major plus, because I know there's some places around Fort Wayne you got to go get your own stuff, bring your tools and everything. So they go get it for you and have it ready whenever you call. You give them a little time, and they go pick it up for you. Oh, I don't like if I'm an Ole Miss fan, I'm not, and I'm pulling for Ole Miss obviously, but I'm not nervous. It's a 7-point lead, guys. Everybody needs to chill out just a little bit. Miami's had 20 plays in Ole Miss territory, and Ole Miss has only ran 15 plays all night. So got him stacked up. We'll have to see if, and yeah, this is going to be a fascinating night, to say the least. Still no Kewan Lacey. A lot of pressure on Charlie Weiss Jr. here. He don't get it. Mario calls timeout, trying to get the ball back, minute 24. 85 just missed his block in the hole, and so did 51. They just missed 2 blocks there, and those were the two hats. That's where the extra hats came from. Richie going to be with us in the third quarter, so we have that going on. So there's that. Also, if you're new here and enjoy the content, as some people have, hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate you. We're on the road to 500. We've got to get there. They're giving Herbie and Reese some FaceTime. So, which I don't know how those guys do that in the booth, because when you're calling a game like that, I think you just have like a desk light, and those guys are relatively in the dark. So Ole Miss is going to punt here. And no return. So Miami's going to have it at about the 26 to come out. Kewan Lacey has not appeared in the game, so has not been in yet. Carson Beck, just guy was running free down the field, in the middle of the field, wide open. So that's a pretty big one. Richie going to be on for the third quarter tonight. It's just, the whole playoff thing. I get it. You guys want to do stuff on Thursday night, but why not play the games on Friday, Saturday instead of Thursday, Friday, or playing both on Saturday? I mean, you had a West Coast game. Oh, Carson Beck. Bang. Hello. That's what the Ole Miss defense is needed. Putting the U's down. Ole Miss, playing for a shot at a national championship here. I believe that was Princewell on that one. Just bang. Comes after him. So we'll see. The timeout. Ole Miss takes timeout. They have the Miami timeout situation wrong on the command center. Miami's only got one timeout left because they burnt that one on the on that botch snap. So Reese Davis talking to somebody, Desmond, Nick Saban, all on the sideline. Ole Miss band is about to go. They're getting ready to go out there. That's a pretty cool deal, for the band members. They get to go and play on a big stage like that, just like the football team does. I get it. It's different. Some people kind of scoff at it, but what is that? Is Golding taking a timeout here? I believe so. Because the clock has stopped. Yeah, Ole Miss burns a timeout. I mean, this isn't a bad strategy, but on the punt, if I would say anything, if anything on the punt, you're gonna have to come after it to make it worthwhile, because you're just gonna have to rush the punter, in my opinion, to make it worthwhile to be burning the timeouts. I get it, into the first half, you have an unsettling punt. Princewell, 9 sacks on the season, 39 pressures. Stat courtesy of ESPN. Kewan Lacey on the bench. Don't see him with his helmet, so I'll be interested to see if we see Kewan in the second half. Ole Miss looks like they're going to play prevent. I wouldn't be shocked if Miami just hands it off here and try to burn clock. So there's a ton of pushing and shoving going on with these two groups. I'm not shocked by that. So 4th down, Golding uses the last timeout. He'll have just about under a minute, but I think instead of max protect on the punt, I think you go after it, in my opinion. I'm getting Joe Judge some FaceTime. Don't be shocked if I think Miami's going to run a fake in this game. I think they're going to run a fake punt in this game at some point. So, got it there. All their guys on the line of scrimmage. Yep, they came after it. So, kind of rushed him. Ole Miss is going to get it at the 32. So they're gonna play out this. They're gonna play out this this 55 seconds here right before halftime, and then take it into halftime. Showing Trinidad Chambliss's mom. I couldn't imagine that. You go from Ferris State to the SEC, and it's just one thing after another there. See what Trinidad can do. He's only got 42 yards passing tonight. You got to get Trinidad going if you're Charlie Weiss Jr. No Kewan Lacey. Got to get out of bounds. So 46 seconds left. Ole Miss has got, I think that Pete Golding is playing for a field goal here. I think they got to get to the 35 at least to get a field goal. So you got to remember the clock stops in college football. If some of you guys are NFL folks, the clock stops. Okay, they got 7 guys on the line of scrimmage. They're going to give you that middle of the field first down whenever they spot it. I think we got a lot of people on both sidelines. There's camera people everywhere. No, they got to get to the 39. Wallace. So hopefully Pete has learned the lesson from last week on halftime utilization with the punt team, because I think you need, for the punt team, I think you need at least 15 seconds to run everybody on and get it there. So that's a first down. They're on the cusp of field goal range. I think you got to clock it here. What's up there, sir? Number 11 in the chat as well. Number 11. Who called timeout? Did Miami call timeout? Why is the clock stopped? Because I believe... Okay, unless Ole Miss clocked it. Ole Miss did clock it. Sorry, I missed that. I was reading the chat, but... Okay, Mario, why are you calling timeout? All right, whatever. I just don't know why you would give Ole Miss any extra time to regroup. Defensively, I mean, this kid was banging 55-yard field goals last week at the Sugar Bowl. He kicked a 55 and then kicked a 56. So when I look at that, I just kind of think that's bizarre on Miami's part. That really is. Miami 229 yards on offense. Ole Miss 145. 0 for 4 on third down is the Rebels. 0 for 4 on third down. So realistically, I think you take a couple of shots here. If you don't, you got to get some positive yards. Ooh, man, that was close. That could have been a big momentum shift right there. Trinidad, you got to make better choices, my friend. Oh man, just he read it dead red too. And Trinidad, oof, they had him high load on that. So 19 seconds. I mean, if you don't get out of bounds here, you can try to clock it. Or no, you can't clock it. It's third down. Okay, you got to kick it now. So at least it conserves time to go out there and kick it. Unlike last week when the kid caught it in bounds and the tight end caught it in bounds last week, doesn't get out of bounds, and they don't kick a field goal before half. How far is this one? What are we attempting here? First field goal made, 58-yard attempt. Yee. Kick is up. Oh, man, and it's good. That's a hell of a thing to have in your back pocket right there. A college kicker kicking 60-yard field goals. That is a hell of a ace up the sleeve. Ole Miss just stole points there for Miami. Miami goes out, scores the touchdown on the other possession, but Ole Miss steals a field goal there, which that gets probably going to be critical coming down the stretch because they put up 13 points, 2 field goals, touchdown, no Kewan Lacey. So we're about to see it here. We are about to see it. Trinidad Chambliss, that is a hell of a boost. That is a hell of a boost going into halftime. I will say that much. Ole Miss in the powder on powder. Miami in the white on white. Kewan Lacey heading to the locker room early. I'm not wondering if he's going to have to go take some Tylenol or they're going to have to do some further evaluation on that. So here we go. He kicked it out of bounds. How do you go kick a 58-yard field goal and then kick the thing out of bounds? So Miami ain't got no timeouts. I'm going to assume that Mario is going to kneel on it. I'm going to assume that, but nothing is for certain. I guess it's better to shank that kickoff than shank a field goal. So Trinidad looking at the tablet, shaking his head, knowing he missed some throws. Miami's lining up in victory. Hour and a half first half. Oh, man. So we shall see. It is halftime, and I will talk to you guys after halftime. All right, and we are back. Appreciate everybody who hung out during halftime. Got all of that done. Appreciate everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and get the second half kicked off. Yeah. Get settled in here. I think the bigger thing when it comes to this, Ole Miss has got to get stops on defense. I mean, they've made them kick a field goal, but see what Ole Miss can get going offensively here in the second half. Don't know if we're going to see Kewan Lacey or not. Yeah, I think that's what Mario's going to try to do, is try to come out and just pound the rock. That's what I'm that's what I'm looking at or looking for. No PI. No PI. So that's good. See if it's going to look up for the Rebs here. See what they can get to. Also, let me text this guy. Where you at? Okay. So there's that. I think Richie's going to join for the third quarter. Uh-oh, there goes that man, Malachi Tony. That's a problem. That is a major problem for him. Well, not a major problem for him, a major problem for Ole Miss. As I'm looking at it. All right, let's keep it moving and a grooving. Also, and it's clean. So that's the second time they've tried to take deep shots, deep shots on the Rebels. Just gets a finger on it. I don't know. He got away. I'm not going to say he got away with one, but I don't think he hooked him like Mario was saying. So pushing the pile. That's the big thing that they're going to do. Is that's what separates Miami from the other teams. But I don't think if you're an Ole Miss fan, I don't think you get panicky yet. First drive of the second half, you're down 4 with them driving. Flea flicker. Oh, nobody is. Yep, he's in the tackle box. There was nobody in the vicinity. Mario, there's no receiver over there. Even if he's outside of the tackle box, there's no receiver over there. Not even close. Because the only receiver over there was Malachi Tony, and he runs a fade. Or he ran a corner. There was nobody even over there. Second and 22. Ugh. Puts him back into field goal range. Where do they get him? Malachi Tony. Yep. Hell of a block. Their tight ends and receivers are blocking their asses off. That's why they're having a lot of success in the run game. So you're looking at 3rd and 9. I would keep an eyeball on the man in the slot. So it's going to be 3-by-1. Oh. All right. So Miami's going to have to run the field goal unit out. That's a win for Ole Miss. Now, you're looking at what's the offense going to look like without Kevon Lacey, and they don't hit back either. But they were coming. Ole Miss with only 145 yards of offense. Carter Davis, no good. So Ole Miss gets a gift-wrapped present right there. He pushes it. That's 51 offensive plays for Miami. Oh, our guy. You ready to roll, Richard? Richard.
Yo.
Oh. Helps when you put the headphones on.
Yeah.
Also, we gotta let me hit the sponsor real quick, Richard. We'll get your thoughts on this. Everybody that's out there, if you want to check out Williams Auto Parts down in Portland, Indiana, in your late model, after they got aftermarket radios, they pretty much got everything under the sun. If you want to go ahead and check them out, go see Rocky and Heath. Their phone number is 260-726-8001 is their number to call. If you're looking for an alternator, maybe even a door, just maybe something off the old chain. If you're looking for something, or a DIY mechanic, I'm sure they got something that could interest you. And there is that. Go see Rocky and Heath down there in Portland. So, Richard, thoughts?
Very good game. Mark Fletcher is a very, very powerful running back. I'd love to have him on my team in the NFL.
I think the big thing is that it's, how do I want to put this? Their receivers and their not Kevon Lacey's coming back in, but their receivers and tight ends have been blocking their ass off all night, and that's been helping it tremendously in the run game.
Yeah, when you get the wideouts blocking those guys, getting their hands underneath their pads, driving those guys back, yeah, that does help extending the play.
I think
wideouts got a block on the edge. Duke, you never know. He could bust it out on the outside and scamper for 20, 30, 40 yards. You never know.
Oh yeah, no block, no rock, my friend. Oh man, that Wallace kid is unbelievable.
Oh, what a grab! Damn.
You know what's strange? You know where he started his career?
Who?
The Wallace kid that's been outstanding in the playoffs for Ole Miss. You know where he started his career at?
Where did he start at?
Penn State.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hmm.
Ooh,
But
that was a stick.
but they needed it. But they needed to get Drew Aller receivers, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Man, so ooh, that's twice Miami's almost got him.
Yeah. Almost.
I think the more impressive thing is it more impressive that Ole Miss has not ran 30 plays yet, and we're almost 10 minutes into, or we're about to be under 10 minutes into the second quarter, and they're only down 4, and Miami's ran almost double their plays.
Yeah. Beck's shit. What's Beck's stat line right now? He's gonna like
Carson
he's gotta
Beck.
he's gotta be under 100 yards though, right?
Hold on, it's coming. No, he's at, if he had that big pass play,
That's right, yeah.
he's got 100. Miami has 175 yards passing. Because I got the command center that's got Skycam TV broadcast with stats, and then I have, oh no, almost again. Rich, I know this is kind of off topic, but as an Ohio State fan, since you got the shirt on, are you ready to hit the panic button?
No.
Because Arvell Reese, I'm not shocked that Arvell Reese ain't coming back, but
Sincere Johnson from Glenville's coming down. So it's another one from Teddy Ginn.
Oh, here we go. Another off the upright, and it's no good.
Damn it.
He had been so good in the playoffs. What? How far was that field goal? Bang. You know how hard it would have to be to try to hit the upright?
It's not easy.
No. Not easy at all. Ole Miss has possessed the ball for 8 minutes and 8 seconds in this entire game.
That's insane.
It's impressive. And they're only down 4.
4.
And they haven't ran 30 offensive plays yet. They are as much in this game as they were, even more last week. I mean, Georgia just wouldn't die. It was like a zombie.
Yeah.
They haven't made any hires. Were you shocked that Mike McDaniels got fired?
No, Miami? It's about time. But they should never have gotten rid of Brian Flores to begin with.
Well, they paid Tua all that money, and they have hooked their cart to the Tua wagon. I just look at the NFL coaching hire, the guys that got fired. John Harbaugh, seriously?
I can't believe that too. Like he was there 18 years, almost as long as Tomlin has been at Pittsburgh.
Yep.
That's a head scratcher to me.
I think that it's a very a very big head scratcher, I think.
The old Browns got rid of him, and now the new Browns are interested in hiring him.
Right. I think he'll end up going to New York. I think New York's set up for more success than what people think. To be honest. I mean, think about it. You have Dart, you have a young cast of characters, fortify the offensive line. You have Malik Neighbors there.
They'll get a running back in free agency.
Yeah, they'll probably get a running back and they'll draft another receiver. But I'm not a big guy that is on to drafting receivers early when your offensive line has been rough.
No, you gotta be able to protect the quarterback.
So that's where I'm at on it. Does Mario this game?
I don't think he does. He's gonna dial something up.
Because the thing that has me kind of like worried if I'm a Miami fan is that Miami has had ample opportunities to put this thing away and they just haven't done it.
Correct.
Like Ole Miss is just continuously hung around, and like if you handed me, like when I'm looking at the team stats right now, if you handed me that team stat, I'd been like, oh man, Ole Miss got blown out. But they're down 4. And you know, Carson Beck can wake up and remember that he's Carson Beck.
Oh, can they bottle him up?
See, that's the thing that's worrisome with me. If you have issues to where you need to go down and score quick, like Miami is built for it, but you're putting a lot of trust into Carson Beck. Although I will say, you know, his record versus AP top 25 teams, he's only lost 3 games, and 2 of them were to Alabama.
Yeah.
And one was to Ole Miss when he was at Georgia. Now, I think the Carson Beck running out of the pocket is just not bright.
Yeah, he's looking a little slow there.
Well, it's not to the fact that he's looking skittish. It's just that's how you get holding penalties. I know people will argue on that is because the offensive lineman doesn't know that he's taking
their backs to him and they're engaged.
So I'm real curious on Ole Miss has been on the bend but don't break, but realistically, you know, you're coming up to the 4th quarter and they haven't got anything together on offense. But I don't know if I agree 100% with Miami's conservative game plan. It feels like they're playing not to lose.
Right. Yeah. Now we got 2nd and 3rd down.
And Carson Beck,
I wonder if they're going to take a deep shot here, Duke.
If it's not there, just throw it away.
Throw it, yeah.
You're not in field goal range, or do you hand it off and go for it on 4th down? Because it seems like if you put Ole Miss down by 2 scores, the way your defense has been playing, it's kind of lights out. And they get a 1st down.
They get a 1st, yeah.
So I look at it and I just want to say, I don't know. but they're not making Carson Beck. They're not putting him in bad situations either. But this Ole Miss defense has got to be tired.
Yeah, they've been on the field a lot, the majority of the game.
But see, that's the thing with Miami is that they're at that point to where they're just going to run it and lean on you. But there has been a ton of pushing and shoving tonight. There's going to be a penalty called, and it's going to completely break the back of one team when it happens.
I've been noticing that too.
Because it's either going to be a receiver shoving a DB or a DB shoving a receiver. And I think it's going to change the outcome. Miami, oh, wow. How do you – that's their –
drive killer.
What is that? I think that's their third false start of the night. They're fifth in FBS in false starts on the offensive line with now 23. 23 false starts.
Oh.
And you know what the snap count is.
Yeah,
That's
what really gets me angry is wideouts committing false start penalties. You're staring at the ball.
Yep. That's all you're doing is staring at the ball. You're not listening. You just stare at the ball. Oh, that's a horrible drop.
Jeez, get the stickums. Get the stickums.
I did see Cam Ward is there tonight.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Cam Ward's there. Jackson Dart is there.
3 out of 4 Hall of Famers were at the coin toss.
Yeah. Oh, man. I just, like, looking at the stat line, the more and more that I look at it, I think to myself, I'm like, how is Miami not up 15 or 20? There was a hold.
There was a blatant hold. Jeez.
Is Mario going to go for it here?
Oh, he's going to run it with Fletcher. He's got some explaining to do, Mario.
Yeah, that was a hold. He hooked him.
Yeah. Right in front of the ref.
Right. What's with the student section scarves?
They do that with Taco Bell. I don't get it. I think it's kind of corny.
He gets it. Well, see, here's the thing. I know Mario he's pushing that they're going to win the time of possession battle, but this doesn't mean anything in relative terms because if you go down here and kick a field goal, you're still dead in the water.
Yeah, I mean, you're only up by a possession.
I get it. You're trying to shorten the game, take the air out of the ball, but if I'm Mario, I just don't want to get in a situation to where I have to score fast. No, the kid from Leo Scott has not played at all. He committed to Indiana. He's gone. He's probably not with the team anymore. Ooh. Because you're shortening the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
these guys are getting tired.
Oh yeah, Ole Miss's defense is just fought all game long. And then it didn't help on the one touchdown drive. They go out and score in 2 plays.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, I get it. But Ole Miss has got Kewan Lacey back in the game. I mean, shortening the game is fine, but I just look at it and I think to myself, like, if you get into a position, is that another false start?
We got another one.
Is it the same guy?
Yep.
73. Damn, dude. He flinched again. So you've had 2 false starts. So it goes from what, 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 12?
3rd and 12.
If you're Mario, are you going here? Or do you kick it?
I will kick it. You'd be foolish not to take the points.
So here's the whole thing with that whole damn sequence. You chewed up almost 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
7 minutes of clock for nothing. Because if Ole Miss gets it now, they go down and score. You're losing. So you just wasted 7 minutes of clock that you quite possibly would desperately need. And imagine that, a batted ball. The Ole Miss defense comes up huge.
Is Harold Perkins, isn't he playing for Ole Miss now? Didn't he transfer from LSU? That has to be Harold Perkins. I think he did.
I'd have to
look. See if I can go.
The Google machine. Time of possession.
No, he's still with LSU. I'm thinking of it.
That's what I thought. I didn't think that he had left. Oh, did you see Jimbo today went postal?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, Jimbo was going off on Lane Kiffin.
Was he?
Yeah, he's just like, this is dumb. Why would you leave this team?
Hey, that's Lane.
Just
as Ole Miss, they go to LSU next year, right?
No, it's at Hemingway again. What did you think of the Williams kid getting in the portal and then getting out of the portal?
That's going to be a precedent going forward.
Yeah, there was some folks that were talking highly of the Ohio State receiver room and kind of saying it's crumbling. Any thought on that, Richard?
We'll wait and see. I know Quincy Porter committed to Michigan, so.
Yeah, I think that's a bizarre. Mylan Graham hasn't committed anywhere, I don't think, yet. I would look for the Irish to be in the mix there. I would think so anyway. So Carson Beck throws a pick. So you wasted all that time. So you've wasted the time. So now you go down and you took 7 minutes that you now need.
Time of possession for Ole Miss, 8 minutes and 13. Jeez.
I told you. I mean, here's the thing.
There you go.
Here's the thing. You can possess the ball all you want, but if you don't do anything with it, it's literally
wasted.
It's worthless.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you that's going to be the narrative coming out of this. I guarantee you the time of possession is going to be okay. Well, I was just making sure they had 7 guys on the line of scrimmage. Oh, Reuben Bain got held like hell on that one. Oh, wow.
That's
Ooh.
what, four? Is that 4 drop picks?
Yeah. They dialed it up. I mean, it was a good idea. But the guy on the backside was just playing center field. Man, just had it in his hands and dropped it. 2nd and 10. That's the problem. The thing I will say that does work against Ole Miss is that they are super efficient. Is that, Rich, what you sent me, is that just breaking?
I don't know yet. I have to wait.
If that's true, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
Yeah.
Because that's, what would that be? 3 young guys? Yeah, that's just some funny business. So Ole Miss already out the midfield. Oh man, this is. That's why I said if you're Miami, I'm breathing in a paper bag right now. Here's the big thing. I wonder if that's like one of Trinidad's cousins or something, or some type of family relation, because it's his mom and I'm assuming girlfriend, and then there's just a random child there, and it's just like, well, did the child buy the seat and went by himself? Needed to dine out on a school night? There's no parents around.
I'm ready for the weekend. I'll tell you that.
I am ready to get the ball kicked off with Oregon and Indiana.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Reuben Bain, only 1 pressure tonight. I knew that's what Charlie Weiss's game plan was, is get it out quick. Tampa Bay news, Tom Moore retires. 80.
What a legend, man. 87.
Just think of it this way. He coached, at his time, he coached
3 Hall of Famers.
Terry Bradshaw, Manning, Brady, and I guess the jury's out on Baker. I don't know if he'll be a Hall of Famer, but
yeah,
I think.
Well,
Baker,
they fired 2 coordinators today.
Oh man, Trinidad. This is where that field goal comes up huge that he missed. Ole Miss 0 on 3rd down. They're going to have to eventually execute on 3rd down. I mean, that's a hellacious pass rush. They brought 6. Was it 6 for 5 there?
Yeah.
I know every Ole Miss beat writer is like, please kick this through the upright, because I don't want to spend a whole offseason talking kickers. Goalpost, but it's good.
Good. Oh, man.
Goalpost, but it's good.
Just the way you drew it up.
Yeah.
Well, we got a game, Dookie.
The bank is open. as we have 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Just how you drew it up, man. Half the people in the Miami student section is right there too. Do you think we're going to have this was something I was thinking about with the Ole Miss people. Like, talk about a clash of cultures.
Yeah. Completely different. You got the Southern Belles and the guys with the pop collars, and you got the South Beach Miami folk.
We got somebody talking to us in quotations. He's right, but that's Scott, my buddy Scott. He has a hairless cat, if you're wondering.
Oh, okay, that's the guy.
He's got a Dr. Evil cat.
Mr. Bigglesworth.
Exactly.
How much do you think Saban gets on these Aflac commercials and these Verbo commercials?
A lot.
Jeez.
I bet he's making more money now than he was coaching.
As a coach, yeah.
Some people have tried to float it out there that it's been a speculation of him coming out of retirement, and I just don't see it.
I think he likes being on game day.
I think he likes it too because he gets to craft his own narrative.
And he gets to say what he wants.
Yeah, for the most part.
He's not,
Now, I think that the big thing that Game Day did was when they carried the water for Lane Kiffin for those weeks, and then the PR disaster that was. I think they kind of backtracked and kind of like, hey guys, we're not going to win this PR battle. Like, it's just not in the cards for us.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you heard day in and day out about Lane.
And, the people on the beat were sick of it.
I couldn't blame them.
They would have had to be, because that's all you did. That is entirely what your
Duke, how you feel about Houston Pittsburgh Monday night?
Here's what's going to happen. If I pick the Steelers to win, they're going to lose. If I pick them to lose big, they'll win. Where is that at? Oh boy, there's a world protest going on right now. Yikes. All right, so what can Miami do? 22 seconds. I don't know, Rich, you going to stay on for a little bit longer, or you got to bounce?
I got to bounce after this quarter. But I'll see. Let's see what happens. Damn, he is a grown man, Duke.
Oh yeah, that's a big dude to bring down.
6.1 yards a pop.
Yep. So they're gonna flip field and do it again. Got the fours up. Realistically, if you're Ole Miss, you're just win the game. You need 2 stops?
Yeah.
Keywan Lacey quiet. So there is that. At the end of the third quarter, we go to the fourth quarter. Dave Portnoy comes out and says, this game will haunt Miami if they don't win. All the missed opportunities and mistakes they've had tonight. I hate to agree with Portnoy on that one. I know all the quote-unquote experts were betting. They bet Miami tonight, and I just, I couldn't do it. I had to stay off of it. They were talking, the Miami people are combating the ESPN narrative of Miami being one of the most penalized teams in college football, but they're fifth in FBS in full starts.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The ESPN, I didn't realize it on ESPN's 4K coverage that they don't show you ads. They just show you a shot of the field.
On what?
Because I upgraded the 4K to the 4K pack, and it doesn't show ads. It just shows the field. So, yeah, the media timeouts have been killing me tonight. So,
yeah, I think they're just ridiculous.
Oh, it's going to be worse tomorrow. But this stream we've been up. I was probably 5 minutes late. Oh, geez, Scott, you're just going bananas in the chat. I don't know. I think we're going to see a big old shift here before too long in momentum. I think that's coming.
I remember this game. Man, that was 20 years ago. Jesus, I feel old.
What they show a highlight of?
The 2006 Fiesta Bowl, Ohio State, Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah, that's been a long time ago. Who were the starters for that? Troy Smith and Brady Quinn?
Yeah. So.
And then we had the other Fiesta Bowl where Jeremiah Smith hurt himself. Oh, man, Malachi Toney. It seems like when Miami gets to the 30-yard line, they just clam up. I was not expecting this to be trading field goals, but I think that Ole Miss's defense has for the most part held up their end of the bargain tonight.
Yeah. Been playing good. I'd say they've been playing pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I got to move the time of the post-game show.
All right, watch. Just be on another minute or two, Duke.
Yeah.
Maybe after this series, see what they do.
Well, it's not going to be. Remember that one night we stayed on and watched, what was that, Georgia Tech? Oh, wow.
Oh, that is what we call a sack lunch, Duke.
Yeah. Yeah, they just showed the Miami student section, and they look like they could...
They're just ejected.
Oh, yeah. That's just an MA right there. Missed assignment by the running back. So now you've pushed yourself out of field goal range. Ole Miss has got 3 sacks tonight.
Get home, get home, get home,
wow.
get home. Here we go. Momentum has swung, Duke. Oh. Yeah,
Yep. You're right, Scott. You're right. So what is this punt going to be from about the 43?
Yeah, I was going to say 46.
I was still on the offense that I thought Miami would do a blocked or a fake punt or something like that. Here it is. It's Trinidad's time to shine.
Yeah.
And then we get, you know what we get? Media timeout.
Planet Fitness.
Media timeout.
I gotta. Has this been the longest week ever, Duke? Because it sure in the hell feels like it for me.
I don't know if it's the longest week ever, but the days leading up to this game, it felt like it took longer to get from the semifinals to, or the, what would that be, the quarterfinals to the semifinals. I thought it took longer time to get there than it did from the first round to the second round. Me personally, but
yeah, it's just, and we're in the longest month of the year. I mean, it's the same amount of time as May and all that, but January, man, just feels like it just drags on forever.
And then February feels like it's 2 weeks.
Which is great because we're talking NFL draft season.
Yeah, NFL draft season, some other assortments, and then we also have UFL coming up, and college basketball will be in full swing by then as well.
Yeah.
So I think that I'm wondering what they're honoring on the field because they got some people in the end zone. Also, what do you got on the guy that wears the orange gloves that comes out on the field and does the TV timeout sign? That guy gets a lot of things yelled at him at certain stadiums. Well, the issue I have with it is, let's say there's a touchdown, media timeout before the field goal or after the PAT. Then they have the kickoff, and then they go media timeout again, and it's just like, dude, this is killing me.
This is ridiculous.
So Ole Miss starts with it. Got to go 90. Can Trinidad, for all the marbles, go 90? Kewan Lacey just nowhere to go. They just run blitz the hell out of that. But I'll say, be careful, because you can't let Trey Wallace or somebody get loose, because they will run forever.
Bubble screen coming. Nope. Okay. All right. Ooh, he got it. Nope. He stepped out.
Yeah, so he's a yard short.
I gotta watch this guy. I don't know where my clicker's at. I don't hope it's on the floor. Damn it. Might have to turn the Skycast on, Duke.
You're interested now. You're in too deep. Kewan Lacey picks up the first third down of the night for Ole Miss. Up until then, they were 0 of 7 on third down.
Damn, Ruben Bain just blew up that block.
Oh, yeah. Ruben Bain's going to be playing on Sunday. There's the tight end. Ole Miss should have taken notes from IU, tackle Carson Beck, and crack a rib. Oh, geez, Scott. Well, I had said that in that stream the entire day. I said Ty Simpson running is not a good idea.
No.
And dude, Keywan Lacey is going to be Sunday guy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know for who, but he'll be there for somebody. There's that. Also appreciate all 255. There goes that man.
Oh, keep your feet. Where's Skycast? There we go. I'm going Skycast now. I wish all games would have the Skycast.
Well, I think for
because for me at least, you can't see everything develop. Like you're just seeing that broadcast view is just so awful.
Well, what I want to see, I would like. That's why I like the command center, because the command center gives you the TV copy and then it gives you the Skycast and it has the stats on the screen. So I don't have to constantly keep pulling up ESPN. It has pretty much everything you need. But one of the keys to this game, I said that Ole Miss is going to have to start converting on third down. That was the big thing. They're going to have to convert on third down and go. This is where Trinidad Chambliss kills you.
Yeah, his scramble capabilities are amazing.
3rd and 9. What do you like here, Rich? If I'm Miami, I drop 8.
Yeah. They'll drop 8, rush 3.
But then again,
where are we at? 3rd and 9.
I think they're going to come after him again.
Short and low, or high and low.
Yeah, I'm not a proponent of blitzing Trinidad Chambliss. And what they
they go high low.
Yep. What they do? That's the whole thing on why I'm not a big fan of blitzing him.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're Pete Golding, you pick up the first down there. What's the flag?
I think personal foul.
On who?
I think Miami. Targeting. Oh, Duke, we said it. We just said it about 10 minutes ago. Personal fouls.
We just had said that. I said a personal foul is going to shape something in this game. So who is it on? Okay, it looks like number 6. Chambliss gets hit. Caden Lee. Yeah, I don't know. He hits him with the side of the helmet, but
I don't like that call.
I don't like it either. I think that's a football play. But if you read how the rule is written, it's forcible contact to the head or neck area. And I think it was late. Because if they called targeting here, that's what, a personal foul, 15 yards?
Yeah.
So they're about the 35. They're about at the 35. And that is... If you're Pete Golding, are you thinking 2 points here? Or do you just kick it? and forget about it. Oh, wow. Mario is going.
Berserk.
Yes.
2 points? That's risky. I say take the extra point. You know what? Screw it. For the Natty, no risk it, no biscuit, like Arians used to say. Make their ass drive all the way down to the field. I mean, they're going to have to
Yep.
drive down the field no matter what, but
Xavier Lucas. Ooh, man. That's the kid that transferred from Wisconsin. He's the kid that transferred from Wisconsin that said there is no transfer portal. So Ole Miss deep in Miami territory. 8 penalties, 59 yards. Just the amount of missed opportunities tonight. There goes that battering ram, Kewan Lacey. Yep. Told you. Another personal foul, Rich. Another one because 11 jumped on him late. So that's 2 personal fouls. That's
they're getting
2.
flustered. They're getting flustered, Duke. They're getting flustered. Can't play your own individual game. I mean, this is for the Natty, and you're playing your own individual game.
That's why Kewan Lacey clearly down, and then he comes in with the head and shoulder right there. Bang. But that's why I mentioned the personal fouls.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Spot on, Duke. Spot on.
So it's now 1st and goal, Ole Miss at the 8.
You gave him 30 free yards, you know? Bonehead mistakes. Bonehead.
You're at 9 penalties. Kewan Lacey down to the 5. I know I shouldn't call the game like that. Probably get sued or something, but Mario gonna burn a timeout. Kewan Lacey, 9 rushes, 99 yards.
11 yards a pop. That's a thing of. Those are video game numbers, Duke.
And Ole Miss, if they pull this off, they would have converted on 2 third downs. Ole Miss has 2 penalties for 4 yards. I'm assuming it's probably his shoulder came out. Or they're checking. It looks like they're checking his forearm. Man, that's why I brought that. That is why.
Very key point, Duke. Very key point. It's almost like you have a gift or something, Duke. Like you have ESPN or something, you know?
Well, I'm not listening to I haven't heard a minute of the broadcast, but the thing that I always point out to is I knew coming into it because of how chippy the game was that it was going to get tight. And that's why I asked you when you first came on, I said, is Mario going to Mario this? Carson Beck throws a pick. It wasn't his fault. A batted ball. Ole Miss punches this in, dude. This is going to get weird.
It's going to get dicey.
And it's going to get weird fast in Miami. Personal fouls, and I knew that at some point in time when they got super conservative on offense, Miami hasn't ran any tempo all night.
No.
And then you're going to, after, better part of running 70 plays, you think you're going to go out there and try to run a tempo balanced offense in most likely 4-minute offense with the score to go win the game. I would not be shocked if Miami comes out on offense and looks clunky.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bad snap here or there, if they get the ball, when they get the ball back.
They've already had one of those tonight, and Mario got bailed out because he called timeout because the center was watching the play clock. It was in the first half. He was watching the play clock, and as soon as it got down to 1, he hiked it, and Beck wasn't ready. Miami's hit some big explosives tonight. But I think that's one of the key things there. I mean, if you're Trinidad Chambliss, ball security is the biggest thing. Judging by probably the way he's holding that arm, that's not good. I'm going to assume his arm's broke.
Oh.
Here it is. You got
Wildcat formation.
If you're Pete here, Miami is not trailed in the CFP. Okay, if you're Pete here, it's second and goal. You got 2 plays for the biscuit. Trinidad try to run them and they only get a yard. So if you're Pete here, do you kick in this? Yeah. I think you have to kick it.
You have to.
You can't overcomplicate this. Although I do like them trying to get Trinidad out on the edge, but
we got a bubble screen coming, Duke.
No, I would run play action. You spread them out and run the tight end.
Jesus.
Keywan Lacey drops it. Come on, Pete, kick the field goal.
Don't be a bonehead, Pete. Just kick the damn field goal. You got him on the ropes. You got him on the ropes.
Now you just need the execution here. That's what you need. And if you're Ole Miss, do you got one stop in you? All right. Bangs it down the middle.
Okay. All right.
2-point lead. Where I am at. Oh, they got to get some Eli in there.
You of course. You know it.
Here's my thing. Of course, immediate timeout. Let me hit the sponsor real quick as we're getting to it. Coming up on 3 hours.
Yeah.
Hit this again. Williams Auto Parts down in Portland, Indiana, about 50 miles south of Fort Wayne. If you're looking for aftermarket radios, an extra wheel for your truck, looking for a mirror, or just looking to replace some things, or you're a shade tree mechanic, go to Williams. They got what you need. They got about 3,000 cars in their inventory, so they got a little bit of everything. So, yeah, go down and see Rocky and Heath Williams down there at Williams Auto Parts. All right. Got that going. We're about to see the kickoff, and Rich, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say I didn't like Carson Beck's body language coming onto the field. I didn't like it.
Yeah, that is, the leader of your team. He's just doesn't have that fire in him.
Now, maybe he goes out and hits a couple of big plays, then it could all change, obviously. But I'm to the point to where I don't like this last 10 minutes of sequence from Miami on offense. Don't like it at all. So there's Ole Miss has been the only team that's put up second half points.
Yeah.
are we going to see? I'm going to be. I'm wanting to see what this first offensive series looks like. Because realistically, if you're Miami, you have one shot at getting it back, and that's it. Miami going to run 70 plays tonight.
And only put up 17.
Yep. Does the Ole Miss defense have one stop in them?
I think they do, Duke. They've been playing second half. They've made their adjustments. I feel like a pick's coming soon.
Carson Beck has only thrown it 6 times. All right, there's the PI. Okay, so 15 yards. That's why I'm glad in college it's not a spot ball foul. I think that they were fishing for that one. Because I thought there was another one. I thought there was another PI that they should have called in the game that they didn't.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yep.
The one in the end zone where he didn't even look for the ball. Here's the big thing. Ball security. So you got gifted 15 yards there. You're at midfield. Miami is not subbing. So he goes out of bounds. You're in field goal range theoretically. You're at the 35, so most likely you're in field goal range. So I know Mario's he's gonna try to chew the clock here.
Yeah, he's gonna let the dog eat.
Which I don't agree with. I'm just telling you right now, Rich, I do not agree with letting this clock run. Because if the Sunday Night Football taught you anything, when you think something's a sure thing, it ain't.
It ain't. That was a wild game. That was probably one of the best games of the season.
So now you're 2nd and 11 and you can't take a sack. You cannot take a sack here. And Princewell's probably coming screaming off the edge.
Bubble.
Oh, no. Okay. Malachi Tony.
All right. You see the flag down? Oh, okay. I thought he might have said there was a flag down.
I'm surprised they didn't flag him for taking off his helmet.
They're letting these boys play.
So Malachi Tony, Ole Miss is down 5. They need a touchdown. Need a touchdown. Where they're showing the replay. He just busts it through the middle. That's what your good athletes do. But I will say, is it enough?
No, I don't think it is.
Just missed him. It's all kinds of laughing and giggling on the Miami.
Yeah. I wouldn't be celebrating yet. I'd be clenching if it was me. Not yet. Maybe if you had like a minute two left, a minute and a half, maybe, but not with 5 minutes.
5 minutes, 3 timeouts. You got 4 stoppages.
No, you essentially got 4 timeouts with a 2-minute timeout.
Yeah. So we're going to get a touchback.
Commercial.
Are they going to media timeout us? I don't think they will, because I think we'll get a media time. Well, I was thinking we'd get the media timeout at the 2-minute. But they're definitely going to try to media timeout twice before the end of the game. Either change of possession. Miami's the tight end. That was something I was thinking about tonight. I said for how much the Ole Miss receivers were going to draw in attention, I knew Ole Miss's tight end was going to come up big tonight. And that's a big first play. They just clear it out.
Yep.
So what do we got here? And if you're Ole Miss, you don't have to be in a hurry. You can still run the ball with Kewan Lacey.
Yeah, you can still.
I mean, they've ran 2 plays and they're at midfield. There's 4 minutes left. Oh, wow. 3rd and 8. He almost had it. Just couldn't quite haul it in. All right, Rich, here we go. Is this 4 down or are you punting?
Punting.
Okay. Why is Mario calling timeout? I don't get that. I don't get that. Let me mute real quick, Rich. I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, let me.
All right. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm back. What did they call here? Oh, wow. PI. That is untimely.
Vegas.
I'm not going there. Yeah, he did grab his jersey. Mario is livid. So fresh set of downs. I mean, you can still run the ball here. Oh, and they don't tackle him? Oh, no.
Oh.
I sent you a message, Rich. I have a feeling Keywan Lacey's going to pop one. Would you agree to that?
Oh, totally.
I'm not shocked either.
Ah.
Ole Miss catching up in the yardage department. Bang! Tight end, baby! Bang! I knew the tight end. He was going to play a big role in this game.
Now you got to go for two. You have to go for two.
Do you go for two here?
You have to go for two.
Right, the tight end, I'm telling you. Wow. All right, here we go. 2 point. All right, they line up in Wildcat. Chambliss back at it. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy, the resilient Rebels. The resilient Rebels.
Duke, now you're spoiling it for me, you dick.
I'm sorry, but I'm excited here. Let's go.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Let's go. Hottie toddy, baby. Hottie toddy. Let's go. Miami needs a field goal. We have absolute cinema. We have absolute cinema going on right now. Oh, man. And they're going to go crying back to their houses on South Beach. It ain't over yet, Scott. It ain't over until Richie sings.
And I can't sing worth a shit.
What? Your old man, did he stay up and watch it?
He's probably in bed.
Man, the Ole Miss student section came alive. It is alive. Are they going to media timeout us? I hope not.
Jeez, come on. Just let's get this game over with. I got to get to bed.
But see, that's what happens. You got in, you got invested. You got invested, Rich. Oh, and he missed him. That's your last best shot, I think. That was a free play, too. And he just worm burner. Oh, dude. We are here. We are at the finish line. Is the drive good enough? Is Trinidad Chambliss going to outduel Carson Beck? Okay, Miami gets it. Clock stops. 3rd and 2. You go ahead and hand it off to your battering ram. Guarantee yourself the first down.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's been unstoppable as far as getting the yardage on the carries, but
I think that's what they're going here.
I mean, yeah, like you were saying earlier, Dick, if you handed like a sheet of paper with the stats, you would have thought Miami was blowing Ole Miss out.
It's like, is Ole Miss really going to win this game with only converting 2 third downs? I know when it gets tight, Mario gets conservative. Oh, and he dropped it. Oh, just got to be careful here. You have to be careful of the personal fouls. You cannot take a personal foul here if you're Ole Miss. Any type of penalty at all is going to kill you. That's a hell of a contested catch. That's a hell of a PBU. Mario's down a timeout. Remember when he called that timeout on the 3rd down?
Yeah.
If you're Miami, is it 4 down now? You got to wrap it up.
Yeah, it's 4 down.
Do you got to go? I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if Mario doesn't punt it.
3rd down. 3rd and what? 8.
Ooh. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, Rich. Absolute cinema. 2 minutes.
An all-time, an ESPN classic, Duke, like in college football 06. Instant classic.
Oh, yeah. I have the post-game show. What did I push that out to? 11:15. I got to move it again. I got to move it at least 20 minutes. This game's getting over about the time I thought it would.
Yeah, with all those media timeouts, Duke.
Oh, yeah. We got 299 watching across all platforms.
I hate this Cheez-It commercial.
Come on, Rich. You don't want to be the cheesiest?
No. You know what? They're not even that good.
Come on, Richie. Oh, man. Come on, Rich. Let me get that. All right. Let's see here. Got the shark emojis enabled.
Shark boy.
Shark Dog. You ever watch some Shark Dog, Rich?
Oh yeah, I've dabbled in some Shark Dog with the children.
I figured you were a Shark Dog Bluey.
No, definitely Bluey, man. That's on all the time.
This is gonna sound horrible, but I'll watch it and I don't get it.
What, Bluey?
Yeah, I don't get it.
I get it.
I don't know if I'm just that dumb, but it just whoop over my head. I'm like, I don't get this.
I get it. I enjoy it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You know, when you got 2 little girls, yeah, you're gonna sit down and watch it with them. And I know the oldest, she watches and dances, and she's probably watched every single episode, and she's been quoting all the episodes. I'm like, geez, have you seen this one before? Yeah, I have. I'm like, oh my. You gotta watch a different show, but that's what she's obsessed with.
Hey, at least you're not watching I do get to watch Jurassic Park a lot. So, all right, we're back at it. Malachi Tony, they just highlighted him. I would keep an eyeball on that guy. Why would you go up for a shot? Oh, and they get him a PI. That's going to put him almost in field goal range. I don't get it. So they got him a face mask, not a PI. Okay. So there is that. Does he grab the face mask? Do not. They had him stopped too. They would have had to cover one more play. Rich, I think we're heading for overtime, buddy. So that's where we got. Oh, yeah, the clock is running. Mario's got 2 timeouts. So minute 34. Princewell. Got to get rid of it. Out of bounds. He's out of bounds. Oh, wow. They called that a catch. There's no way. Did he get a foot down?
No. There's no way.
No, he's out. He's out of bounds. They gotta review that. He is out of bounds. His foot is halfway on the line. Yeah, he's out of bounds. They gotta look at that. I mean, are you seeing what I'm seeing here, Rich? Like, that's not a catch.
Yeah, that's not a catch.
Because I thought maybe his other toe tapped, but it doesn't. He's out of bounds. On first glance, I didn't think he was in bounds to begin with. So there is that. All right, we got a review. I mean, this shouldn't take long, right?
One would think. Yeah, he was clearly out of bounds, Duke.
Can the Rebels hang on? You had to know that was going to be incomplete. I'm interested to see what the post-game show is going to look like. All right, here we go. Here we go. 3rd and 6. First down. No. Or they mark it short. That's a first down. Getting tight up here, Rich.
Palms are getting a little sweaty here, Duke. Yeah, that was a good reach.
333 of you in here. Okay.
Nope.
Execution, minute 6 left.
Still 2 timeouts for Mario. There's Irv. I saw Irv at Jersey's almost 2 summers ago. Came walking in. It's like, playmaker.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh!
Duke, you're killing me.
I know. I'm trying to be reserved. I'm really trying here, but I thought that was a hold on the offensive line. Just out of his reach, too. What do you like here? 3rd and 10, hand it off, kick the field goal? Play it
Smart
safe?
play. Play it safe. Play for overtime.
Ole Miss has struggled in the red zone all night. Here's the thing. If you go down and try to win the game, which I don't disagree with, but you've got to leave yourself enough time because you've only got 2 timeouts. What are we doing? Why would you call that? You see, like, that doesn't. So 36 seconds left.
I don't get that there. What do you
So
do? Did he give it or did he keep it?
He kept it. I don't get that unless they're just trying to center the ball now, but
I mean, that would make sense to get it.
I mean, that's kind of a bizarre. Carson Beck, 7 career wins when trailing in the 4th quarter. I mean, are you even thinking take a shot at the end zone or just kick it?
I'd take a shot here. I'd take 2 shots. If you don't get them. If you don't get anything.
Ole Miss called timeout. I think they're going to go to Malachi Tony if they do. Fake the screen.
Have him go up the seam.
Here's the problem. It's 1st and goal. But if you take a sack or throw it away, that's where. So Ole Miss calls another timeout. Man. I don't know. That missed field goal in the first half seems larger and larger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Rich. Because here's the problem. If something wacky happens, I think Mario's just going to hand it off, see what happens, and then kick the field goal. Because a lot of this depends upon what the field goal is going to do. So 23 seconds, 2nd goal. Mario's got 1 timeout left.
You're what? On the 3, Duke?
Yeah. I don't like this management. Just kick the field goal, dude. You have to. So if you get stuffed, that's a big old stomach. But if you get stuffed,
You got to burn time. You got to burn another timeout.
or do you wait and just burn the timeout and then run the field goal unit on? Because I'm not a proponent of throwing it here.
No, I wouldn't either. I would not risk it thrown in a corner.
Because just if something wacky happens, you only have one timeout. I wouldn't be shocked if Carson Beck doesn't call his own number here. Which I think there was a hold on that play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought there was a hold, but they didn't call it. They put the flag in the pocket. Miami goes up 18 seconds. Ole Miss, one timeout. That's demoralizing. Like I said I wouldn't be shocked if Carson Beck calls his own number. Oh man, just unbelievable. Uh 18 seconds left in Ole Miss's season. Didn't overthink it.
Yeah.
Mario got pissed when somebody went to hug him. Saying it's not effing done. So here we go, Rich. Touchback, you got probably what, 2 shots at it?
Yeah.
Maybe. What do you? So it's going to be Miami versus either Oregon or Indiana. There was just nobody over there. So there's that. Oh, man, that's a demoralizing way to lose a game. So Miami's trying to keep their sideline intact. Mario is... Oh, here we go. I'm assuming he's going to clock it. So they're down 4.
13. Yeah, they're at midfield.
Yeah, that's... I'll be interested to see. I guess this is where the magic runs out. 6 seconds. They're going to have one throw at the end zone. So I'm assuming Ole Miss burnt their timeout. They're at the 30 or close to it. I kind of think this puts you, if you're Miami, in no man's land, right?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta bat it down when he throws it up.
Because it's not like
He-
it's not a traditional Hail Mary.
No, You think they pull up the hook and ladder from the Fiesta Bowl from 18 years ago?
Ballsy, but wouldn't be shocked.
Or 20 years ago? Damn, I was.
I'm not a proponent of putting everybody in the end zone here, because you're letting guys run free. They're at the 35. It's not a big jump ball Hail Mary situation.
Stanford Cal Part 2 coming.
That's kind
Jesus Christ, these timeouts.
Well, no, this is the last play. So that's kind of where we're at. I don't think you plant your feet on the goal line. I just really don't. And the reason why I say that is, let's say they run like a deep over and your DB falls down. I mean, you could have somebody playing in the deep center of the field. No PI. Is that it? Oh, wow. And that's how it rumbles.
Jeez. That's bullcrap. That should have been a PI.
All right. So that's the end of that post-game show, being 15 minutes. Rich, let me go ahead and end the stream really quick. Appreciate everybody watching. And go hit up our sponsor, Williams Auto Parts. Yeah, right there. Big old grab, bigger than shit right there. All right, let me end this. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a great one, everybody.